Welcome to the Tribe of Eden True Version Show this Wednesday evening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have a great show for you. This is the end of our Season 3. We can't believe we already made it to 3 seasons so quickly, but this is the end of Season 3 as we move into Season 4 in January, just in time for the end of the year. Hi, Walker.
How are you?
Hi. Hello, everyone in the tribe. Hello, chat room. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. We will no longer be streaming live on Instagram. Anyone who wants to be a part of the show, the chat room, or watch the show or replays has got to follow us on YouTube for the show or Anchor.fm and Spotify for some of the replays. All right, so we have a really jam-packed show tonight because tonight is the end of Season 3, but
Vacation!
Yay! And we don't come back until January 12th for Season 4. However, those that are in the Tribe of Eden True Version, you still get your stuff every week. That's our VIP Vimeo subscription group, the one that's $20 a month, where you get the completion of book 1. We just are completing book 1 with you. The unlimited streaming of the video book version of our Eden saga, as well as we're getting ready to start the second book. It is a trilogy. So we'll be sharing all that in January. So we're really excited to bring you book 2 of the saga. Then we have 2 meditations coming. We'll have them be surprised, but we have the 2 meditations coming, and we are offering this prediction live because we don't offer live predictions to the public. But because so much has came to be since the prediction started in March, everything's happening quick and fast down to the day. Many people in the tribe can validate those who have been keeping track of the predictions we've been bringing you. The Galactic is always correct. So tonight is about...
Even when I don't want them to be.
Yeah, we kind of go back and forth sometimes. Because a lot of times he gets frustrated
That's
with
the healthy debate.
my Galactic.
Oh, I definitely get frustrated with her Galactic.
Yeah. He gets a little heated at times, and we have to tone it down 100 decibels. But at the end of the day...
At least 150.
That's still 100, so that's 250
I know, I'm
decibels.
saying 100's kind of an understatement. That's all.
But the Galactic always proves us to be, right, I guess. I'm not sure.
I had a male gentleman tell me when he was in the tribe, watching our Tribe of Eden TV, and he said, man, when Walker talks to you, he really talks at you, doesn't he?
I know, right?
I'm like, wow, I didn't even think that.
It's the
I like to
decibels
think
in your
I just allow
It's the decibels.
live and let live, but I guess I have a very
Decibels in the voice.
strong stance on truth, or what I believe to be the truth.
Yes, decibels in the voice. All right, so with that said, let's get started. So tonight's about the Galactic. It's all about the Galactic tonight. Couple things. If you are on Facebook, please make sure you head over to YouTube and follow us like we mentioned. Anchor.fm, Spotify, multiple other podcast platforms we're on. Now that we're not on Instagram, and we notify if you watch the social media, but we're not aggressive about it. So if you want to know when we go live, make sure you have notifications on with all the newest updates from Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. They've all done these updates. So especially social media. So just make sure if your phone is updating, that if you want to make sure you're following us and getting our posts and our announcements and our show information and things like that, you have got to specifically ask to subscribe to YouTube and hit notifications now. They changed the whole look of YouTube. I don't know if you noticed that. On Facebook, you have to like and follow and receive notifications. And on Instagram, you have to just make sure you're following. And then I don't think there's anything about notifications on Instagram, at least not that to my knowledge. So I just want to throw that out there. Okay?
Sounds great.
All right. So with that said, where should we begin? There's a lot, it takes a lot for me to want to do this prediction live because I'm really, really passionate about keeping the tribe sort of in a community, in an environment where all truth be told. So I'm going to run with it because I don't hold back on any of my predictions, despite what people are feeling, thinking, saying. I just don't. So you're going to watch me do it live. And so we'll see.
So for everyone in there that's in the Tribe of Eden Vimeo TV, you know how this works. You've seen it. So this is giving the rest of the collective a little sample of what we do. But actually, this is much needed for the collective at this time. You want me to do the writing, or?
Yeah, do you have our book? Here. So Walker writes, I just go, we should probably share, I did a new channel a couple of days ago. It was my first time channeling Ra.
My request.
He requested it, and I wish we would have recorded it for everyone. It was extremely, very valuable information.
She went deep, folks, real deep.
And in 24 hours, a lot of what I was told the night before had happened the next day. So with that said, I will not be channeling Ra again, as much as I'll be moving into my Galactic 13 and getting the updates, because most of what we're seeing is already playing out. Just to recap, 1221 was the completion for choice. And many of you who have been following us, and many of you who understand synchronicity and validation of signs, because we've been teaching it for so long, know that yesterday, almost everything that played out validated in 24 hours yesterday, between videos, locations, between each of the coasts, what happened with the earthquake, in California, to what happened with the announcement in New York, to what happened in Chicago, and then what happened collectively. And I'm not getting into it right now if you don't understand it. Unfortunately, I'm not going back into the private predictions, but I will say, for those who are in the tribe, many of you saw what happened in that 24 hours and why choice, based on what the Galactic said, is going to be very, there is no option anymore. You have to choose sovereignty or coercion. There is no option. And I'm not here to argue it. I'm here to only be the vessel for and the conduit for the Galactic, and they've been very clear. They were very clear that America was going to be the last of this process, and we were going to be hit the hardest because we were too entitled, walking around entitled, thinking it can never happen to us. And now look what's happening. So we were warned multiple times, and many, many Americans chose to turn a blind eye. The other part of that prediction was that anyone who forces or coerces anyone into taking something against their free will is part of crimes against humanity, and that includes people. So if family members or friends or family or anyone is pushing people to do things against their free will in a way that really is going to later down the road inject harm, you are part of the crimes against humanity. And you have gone and forced a sovereign being to go against their sovereign self in order to choose for you rather than their own self. So when the consequences occur thereafter, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Nobody in this entire world should be living a life of coercion. And that is what's happening. And the Galactic was very clear about that moving forward. So with that said, here we are. So I'll be giving you the most recent updates. Between now and January 10th, again, it's being validated. I'll tell you when it's being validated again, because these are sometimes repeat predictions. It is being validated again that the holidays will not be the same. Things will feel very different. When you step out into the world after December 27th, you will start to feel a sense of sort of a misalignment of the energy. People will not look the same. You'll be questioning who's human, who's not human, who's robotic, who's not robotic, what's real, what's not, what's a simulation, what's a hologram, what's being cloaked. More and more videos will be leaking between January 5th and January 10th with regards to sort of this quote-unquote movie we've been seeing play out. However, that seems to not be enough for the percentage of people that are still walking around thinking they're protected. So moving forward to January and February, when it comes to travel, Galactic is very specific on this. Use your own discernment. There will be no predictions with regards to travel. And if any psychic mediums are telling you anything about travel, they are wrong. You have to go into your own discernment on whether or not you're wanting to travel. And there is a reason for that, because when too much information is given by predictions, it creates two different problems. One, too many predictions changes timelines and delays things. And two, we are not meant to be robotic based on the robotic information coming down through channeling. When you channel, you're supposed to wait for things to align and play out. So if too much information is being given, we become and live our life extremely robotically, which then is in control. Then it has conditions, and then we don't flow with our own faith. We end up trying to control it. So I am noticing, as little as I do go on social media, I really unfollowed a lot of just pretty much, I'm just trying to condense my social media down to really strictly, focusing on my business and, connecting with things that make me smile and laugh or feel inspired. So a lot of people moving into this January, February timeline, the Galactic is very clear about the AI programming we're seeing play out. So you might want to start making some changes with regards to how you operate using social media. And this is coming again as a warning. If not, you're going to start to see a lot of symptoms. I see a lot of, and they're going to blame it on this mysterious, apparently this mysterious variant that's manufactured again. But because of what's happening with social media and the AI, artificial intelligence, I'm seeing a lot of people feeling very nauseated, a lot of headaches. You're going to feel anxiety. You're going to feel off. You're going to feel like your brain is foggy. That's all part of this artificial intelligence that we see through our social media. I don't know if you know enough about algorithms, but if you're following and things keep popping up that make you feel off or unhappy, then you are attracting that in through your algorithm, just through your own energy. And I know that sounds crazy, but that is the truth. We've done all the research. So really sort of so in order to make this shift to energetically ground yourself going into January, you might want to consider really cleaning up your social media to things that truly fuel you in the light of empowerment, sovereignty, happiness, joy, and stick with that. And that includes friends and family. If you need to unfollow, and it doesn't mean because they make it negative, you might just want to unfollow because it's just too much shit. You know, a lot of people don't realize that we're moving into a time, the Galactic's been clear, where the energy is changing every day. And as this energy is changing, relationships are changing as we speak. You will not view your friends the same. You will not view your parents, your children, your co-workers. Nothing is going to look the same after January 4th. And we've been already prepared for this. At least the Galactic and the people in the tribe, through that Galactic channel, have already known. So when people in the readings, I do so many readings these last couple of weeks, and people say, like, you know, they'll ask me a specific question about how they're responding and how they're nervous and fearful, and how can I be so calm? I can be so calm because I've already been prepping this, and our work has been preparing the tribe since March. So that is why we're not upset. That is why we're not off the charts. Do we have days where our mood changes, or we're feeling off, or we just want to shut down? Absolutely.
And as we've said before, worry is about ourselves.
Yes.
Concerned is about the rest of the collective and the people that are just walking zombies.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We're not worried. I can get a little concerned though.
Yeah. So with that said, the other part of the prediction is that some of the heightened response of the dark forces is going to get at an all-time high between January 17th and February 8th. Now, because of this, it is only natural to get pissed and frustrated. So I'm going to be very clear right now, because the Galactic has been very clear on this. So I'm going to interpret it in the best way possible. It is time to step up and stop trying to wake people up. There is no more. You're wasting your time. The wake up has already completed on December 21st. Now it is time to be a change for humanity, and the only way to do that without committing a crime against humanity is by saying no. When I'm going to pose this question to you. Why would you ever want to be a part of anything that hurts humans? And I'm just asking it general. I want you to really sit a minute and ask yourself this question. Because people walk around thinking they're always doing good, right? Because that's the way we've been taught. Do good by others, do good by others, do good by others. But if at any time you are forcing other people to come along your way, to think like you, be like you, do what you say, do what you want, that is a narcissistic approach to life. That is not being part of humanity. Part of being human is having a soul of free will of choice. And what you choose to do with your own life is a service to yourself. We've been asked backwards all these hundreds of millions of years thinking we had to be service to others first. And I have talked about this ad nauseum, that because of that mentality, people are emptied. They have no water in the pitcher because they've been too busy filling everyone else up instead of themselves. And now it's gotten to the point where people are feeling like they are here to make sure everyone else is doing their part to make sure they're safe. No, your job is to focus on your safety yourself, not worrying what other people are doing, and definitely not through arguing, violence, force, or coercion. That in itself is crimes against humanity. And if you don't believe it, go back and look at the history. Go look at what the law really is when it comes to crime. So I feel we've gotten away from basic understanding of history, and we've gotten away from basic understanding of Constitution. And we've gotten away from basic understanding what it means to be a sovereign being of Earth. And now it's coming to a crumble. So this, the Galactic is very clear that there is no more time to be sharing funny memes. And him and I just had a heated discussion about this, because he shows me a lot of these things that are appearing to be funny, and to me they're not funny at all. I don't laugh at any of them. Anyone who's putting clown faces and making jokes about what's going on, you're part of the problem. Because it is not the time to have humor in coercion and forceness. That is why we are being the last to be affected. The Galactic was very clear. We walk around too entitled, and then we make jokes about it. Well, now it's hitting home, and now people are getting pissed. Well, you should have been pissed 2 years ago. So it's a little late for that. So again, when it comes to change, moving into this Nova Earth, I want everyone to take a minute and think about what exactly your actions are and how they are creating and contributing to humanity. Because I had to check myself several times. And I do this for a living, and I live a very quantum life. I live a very fulfilled, what we teach is how I live it. But don't think for a second I'm not constantly checking myself. I'm not perfect. I fuck up all the time. I make mistakes all the time. But I have to, in this energy, we as humans, we need to constantly be checking ourselves. Because just in that instant, just in that one decision can change everything. Especially when it's based out of fear and worry. So make sure moving forward over the next 8 to 10 weeks that you're choosing wisely and you're choosing for self. Because if you're choosing for others first, I can assure you that's not going to end very well for you. So again, the Galactic was clear. It is not anyone's job to wake anyone else up anymore. That ship has sailed. Now it's about, how do we take our inner power back as sovereign beings of this world? Not your state, not your city, not your job, the world. What do we do collectively for humans? Walker said to me, he didn't understand until he said to me, he finally understood why I'm so exhausted. Because my love and fight for the world has driven me so far into the ground that I am energetically not able to sustain myself lately. Because all I care about, all I dream about is having an island with all loving souls, just all wanting the same thing. And I've been having this dream since I've been a kid. And it's very frustrating as a psychic medium to know I can't achieve that for the world. I can't, because there's too many forces involved. So it makes it very depressive at times. It makes it very sad. Because if I had the power, I would pull all these people, and you would have to prove your sovereignty to be in that place. You know why? Because there's no room for violence, hatred, judgment, arguments, opinion. Everyone to live a blissful, free life. And I've been wanting that since I've been a child, and I can't get there. So with that said, I think we'll go to a quick break. I can't believe half the show went by so fast. And
Nobody go anywhere.
Yep, don't go anywhere.
Right.
We'll be right back after the commercial break. And we're finding the commercial, so give us a second. Here we go. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So that is our commercial that Walker did for our new book coming out. That is our trailer. I'm actually crying. That was so beautiful.
Seen it.
I was surprised. That was my surprise for tonight. So that's beautiful. You did a great job.
Thank you.
We've worked so hard on our content and our book. We worked so hard for the tribe. You have no idea how many hours we put in. And you don't know how hard it is to watch choices being taken from humanity every day. And to know that we have the power to stop that and change it. And we walk around so entitled, Americans. We do. And we need to stop. We are not fucking above anybody. And definitely not above other countries. We are not. The other countries have warned us. And I listened. And I made sure I did my part. But where is everybody else? Where is everybody else? Stop sharing people's shit. Stop pummeling us with the same crap over and over. We already know what's happening. We already know we're moving to a new world order. We already know it's a one world order. We already know the V is bad. We already know it's manufactured. We already know. Why do we keep talking about the same shit over and over without taking action? Why? What is wrong with people? You're part of the problem. It's becoming obsessive. Stand up and be a part of the sovereign beings of this entire planet, which is a dome. We need to get out. We are trapped. We are enslaved. And the only way to get out is through the collective consciousness. So you can add, the predictions are done. I don't really think I could give enough, but I feel like I think you guys know how many hours we put in. And it is not about the money, because I can assure you it's not what you think. We spend more time than we do having that increase financially, but that's because we love what we do. It's not about the money. So
it's the outreach.
It's the outreach.
It's to get those that are staying as organic, original human being templates, that are moving back into the ascension phase, that are shifting out their carbon-12 atoms as we speak. Yeah. And those that are not standing for liberty and freedom and sovereignty are having their DNA not just reduced to the common beast like man. No, it's worse than that. It's being reduced to a synthetic programmed matter. That's in reverse of an actual beast or an animal. So we created the tribe and the Vimeo subscription so we wouldn't be censored. And book 2, where it leaves off it with book 1 shows you, tells you, gives you the real story up to the point of the dome. And then book 2 is everything about how the dome operates and what you can do. How you can be self-aware to the point of activating certain strands of your DNA to become superhuman so that these things don't affect you, so that you create and manifest outside of this dome, outside of this simulated experience, this pain-pleasure program. So moving into book 2, the tribe is going to see what really is there, and it's the best time for it to come out, because what's coming out now, like she said, you won't be able to tell. You'll be so confused on what's real and what's not. And everything that we're going to teach in the tribe in book 2 is going to be practical application along with the verse. The bonus videos are all going to have, so this is what this verse was about in the book, and here's a practical application on what you can do to shift it and change it, because the consciousness of Nova Earth hasn't shifted or changed. It's still there. I've held the template. She's held the template of Nova Earth for so long that the vibrational frequency of manifesting that hasn't changed. It is still there regardless of what we see out in our experience and reality. That's why we're not worried. We're concerned for everyone else.
We're not worried.
But we're not worried.
And we trust that those that live the same vibrational life.
And everyone in the tribe that learned
gonna
about
be
the
okay.
Galactic, what's the difference between a Galactic Council, what's the difference between your Galactic Council and spirit guides, we're moving into that overdrive part of it. Everything that book 1 was built on, book 2 is just that's the foundation right there, to understand that you each have your own council, and you are the one that sits on the council, but you're the one who's asleep. Yeah. So waking up to your true self, you will never ever allow another person, being, authority to tell you what to do ever again.
Yeah.
Because you will know who you truly are. And that's what moving into book 2 is going to be all about.
And the passion that we have for the next verse, which I'm still blown away by that trailer. You did an amazing job. I'm so proud.
Thank you.
That trailer says it all, because if you felt even a slightest ping in your heart from that trailer, it's because now the truth will create that ping. But you have to get uncomfortable to get back comfortable. You have to be able to know what this origination means to you as a human and where you're headed without the sovereignty if you don't choose sovereignty.
She and I, in our mission here, will start to talk about in book 2 who we really are. In addition to, we each have 1 million souls within our soul group, and that's who we're reaching. That's who we're trying to reach. These are the ones that, and not all of them got the memo or the frequency or the flyer. So,
oh, sorry, honey.
The more of you that are in the tribe that are finding this benefit, you will start to, as you are the template, the organic human being, you'll become a lighthouse for others that also are in that frequency, that are also searching, that are also looking for truth.
We are currently, just to show you the amount of work, going through 600 pages. 600 pages.
1,000.
To only have to complete it by going through a total of
research.
1,000 pages by the end to bring you the content we're about to bring in 2022. The research is done for you. We save you the time and effort. We do enjoy the research, but it is a lot of time and energy. But we bring it to you in such a condensed format that we can teach it in a way that makes sense, because it's a lot of what we know. It's a lot of things we've channeled. So in order to tell the story, we have to intuitively write as well as fill in the blanks by going back into history. And I'm talking way back.
And research,
in the research,
for me has always been, I will buy a book. I will flip to the middle of the book at some page, whatever my intuition tells me, and I will read until it no longer resonates with me, and then I will move on to another book.
No joke, I've watched him do it. He has all these books, but he doesn't read them.
All these unfinished books.
He does not read them. He'll feel this energy to get a book. He'll go to the page that it's meant, 2, 3, 4 pages. One book you may have read almost 3/4 of the way, but then he stops and he never finishes the book. It's the funny, I've never seen anything like it.
And people ask me, they say, well, you recommended Joe Dispenza's book. And I said, yeah, I've never read it.
Yeah,
and they're like, well, how could you recommend it? I said, I picked it up, I read a page of it, and it resonated, and then one of them, oh, this is more of what that's being taught. You should look into this. Yes. And I go through probably hundreds of books, because if I were to read them in their entirety, not only would I consume the time, but I would also create a augmented belief system. because there is not a book out there that isn't biased in people's knowledge and what they're putting out there. So I just take, and I did that all through school too. I would just read through a science book and I would throw it, and I didn't need any more of the information.
So there's to say that we already did the research for you and condensed it. How about, do you want to do, so are you guys up for the meditation? I think this is a good time to do the global meditation. I want everyone to feel cleared going into 2022, as well as, the light codes are, activations of our origination. And those are what light codes do.
DNA.
So the DNA activations. And that's really the only thing you can activate is through DNA. So once you activate that, then you start unleashing and unveiling and stepping into your inner power. So I think we should do the meditation because, and it won't be a light code by any means, but at least it will allow, I guess the word is a deeper sense of purpose going into 2022 with a little bit more clarity of your choices. And with that said, Walker will be doing his spectra portion. And for those of you who've done my meditations know I only do it from the guiding side in order to connect with the council.
So it'll be a little taste of similar but different to what we do with CVRs. So how our cellular vitality resets work, I do the spectra stuff, and this is obviously a completely different spiritual modality because you're not doing psychic surgery or anything. But her ability to open up a space for you to connect on a deep level with yourself, with your guides, with your counsel, with your guidance, with source, it is the most powerful thing I've ever experienced from a meditation.
Thank
and
you.
I do some pretty good meditations, but
Yes,
yours
you
are
do.
off the chain.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so
love
let's
that.
see. Let's test this real quick. Let's see if people can hear this.
Yeah, we're a little informal tonight, even though it's recording, just because we want to make sure it's good. So it'll only be about 5-10 minutes. I recommend having some headphones. Try to sit in a quiet space. You can always go back and watch the replay.
So that was a test. Could anybody hear that?
Oh yeah, play it again.
Feedback.
Please give emojis if you can hear the music. We'll wait till we see the emojis. And also make sure you can hear the music and hear me talk. So if you can, please put the emojis. I will just make the verbal statement that we have rights to this music. It is Christopher Lloyd's music. I have purchased from Christopher Lloyd for many, many years, probably over 6 years now. So we do have royalty rights to the music to use it. It says no music.
No music.
Okay.
All right. Let's see what we can do here.
So we're going to try it again. All right, it's playing, so can you hear it? Please let us know. If not, The Matrix, just gotta love The Matrix. No music.
No music.
Gina, Sia, Jess. I'm wondering
No. All right.
if it's because stop sharing it really quick, or
Oh.
no music. Okay. So I feel like
Let's see here.
share screen again.
Share the screen.
Yeah. Audio. Share audio checkbox. There we go. Bottom.
Ah, there we go.
Window. There we go. Groove music. Window.
This is share system audio.
Go to window.
Share.
Go to window.
Window doesn't have share system audio.
Click groove. Oh.
See?
Yeah.
But it also doesn't. Not me.
We're trying, folks.
Keep talking. I'll figure something out.
All right. So while Walker is figuring this out, we apologize for the delay. Okay, so we have our entire studio equipment set up. We use some professional stuff, but the music we own is on a different device. So, all right. Well, in the meantime, while you're figuring that out, let me go back to some of the other stuff moving up for the show. I'm hoping if we get too close to the end here, I want everyone to try to have, if you celebrate, the best holiday ever. And I also want everyone to know that we will, even though we're off for our personal time, when predictions come that are meant to be told and you're part of the tribe, that is what you pay for. So even if we're off, if it's something important or imperative, you're still going to receive that prediction. You know, there is no quote unquote long-term vacation when you're a psychic medium. You know, spirit's always on. So if I have to provide any sort of channel experience or message, then I'm going to do so, vacation or not, you know, because that's not work for us. It's not work for me. I'm with spirit all day. So I just want to make that clear. If you want to be a part of the Vimeo subscription group and be a part of the new book, which you saw the trailer, the new predictions coming out, the light codes and all these things, please head over to vimeo.com/on-demand/Tribe of Eden. That's vimeo.com/on-demand/Tribe of Eden.
I think we'll just have to take some questions.
All right, let's take questions.
And we can probably upload something later. Or when we get done, we could put something up on, schedule it. We could actually schedule it.
Actually, that's what we'll do.
We'll schedule
The meditation wasn't that long, so what we'll do is we'll record it privately, and then we'll do a special, we'll do it as a Christmas special. Like, we'll just throw it up like Friday or something, or tomorrow, even tomorrow, on the YouTube channel. So we'll do it a separate thing, so it's not part of the show. How about that?
Perfect.
All right, we'll do that. Folks, we will give you the meditation. Check back on the social media and watch for the recording of it. We'll probably do it tomorrow, actually. That way you have time to do it before the holiday as well as after the holiday. We'll just get it done for them. All right, so with that said, we'll take a couple of questions. Thank you again for joining us. We'll figure it out tomorrow. All right, questions. Let's go to the chat. We know you always do our best. It's hard battling the matrix. Don't we know? Don't we know? There's a lot of, let me bring that up too. There's a lot of shifts, turns, and navigation, you know, with the galactic prediction we just did moving into the next couple of weeks. So be prepared for delays and shifts and changes. However, synchronized events, I meant to say this earlier. Synchronized events coming up in January for you are at an all-time high because of the way the distortion of the energies are playing out. That means if you're going down to make a decision on something, or you're going to the store or anything, and you keep having these blocks, it's not always the matrix. That is also synchronized events where you're getting delayed because the universe is saying something isn't feeling right, something is off. Okay? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because yesterday, within a 30-minute period, I was moved off. I had to, there was a backup on the highway. I had to get off at my not so normal exit and go around to get to the house, which put me 5 minutes behind schedule. Okay? I kid you not. I literally went around, ran home, picked something up, and left to go back on the same highway to go drop something off. And it was probably one of the worst fatal car accidents I had ever seen. And it was literally right where I got off. So for me, I was already thanking the universe, you spared me. Because had I not gotten off that exit and went straight, literally it was like 10 minutes later. It had just happened. The ambulances weren't even there yet. The fire trucks, the police, nothing. It literally had just happened. So that happened. 20 minutes later, after I dropped off, because it takes 20 minutes to get there, dropped it off, headed back, I decided to take a different street. I don't know why I felt so. I did. And I went under the highway, which normally I'm going over. And I see these lights on the opposite side of where the other accident was. And I kid you not, there was another accident on the ramp. And that was fatal because if this person survived the way the car was flipped over, it was a miracle. Both of these accidents literally happened within 30 minutes of me driving. So, and I don't even know if I told you, but long story short, watch for these types of interjections of being spared and then thank the Galactic. So delays, shifts, kind of feeling like, oh, what made me turn this way when I wanted to go this way, or things not working out. That's all synchronized events when you're connected. It's the universe kind of looking out for you and tapping you on your shoulder. So, any other because we only have about 3 minutes. Let's see. Remy says, thank you, Motherella and Walker, for the great, the game Hades, love it. And, and thank you for the personal like code. You're very, very welcome. Bri had a feeling weird about intersections for a few weeks. The day he left the house last week with his protection pouch, he did end up in an interaction. He's good and minimal, thankful, but he felt it coming. See? Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. He's okay. We're so glad you're okay. So glad. Why is T being... We already covered that, actually.
T being pro V.
T being pro V. He did an exclusive, and he said he got the B.
He also said in that interview, it's your choice. Do what you want. He would never tell someone to do it. He's for it. Doesn't mean you have to be, because that's what an actual leader does. A leader doesn't force you to do something. They say, this is what I'm doing. If you want to do it, you should do it. If not, go on and do your own thing.
Mm-hmm. So we already talked at length about why that would be shifting back in June. We actually saw that already coming.
And there's going to be a shift in the narrative for this administration, because what they were planning was they were planning for the previous individual to win, and then everything that you've already seen come down on this person was all planned for the other one. So they can't put anything back in the box. It's a trap. All right, let's see here.
So basically I would not take anything anyone is saying that is in these leadership positions at this current time at face value, because I'm going to say it again for the 100th time. This is a spiritual war, and those are just the characters of the war in human form. This is much bigger than us as humans, but our choices are what's going to create it from, getting worse versus getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Question, Niall.
Right here?
Yeah, we have one more. Question, who are the Galactic? I presume you mean a council of some sort, and are they comprised of an array of species, entities? What about the hybrids program in place, that is negative. So I have had my counsel since young. They've been with me for a very long time, and the Galactic is a combination of different races and species. And the highest council is my direct source to what I call source. And that source has these, what would they be, like liaisons that have communicated to me for a long time. And so that's where I've always gotten my predictions from.
And with regards to the hybridization and of species, I think you're specifically talking about the Zeta Draco.
I do not connect at all. I will never, ever connect with Zeta Grays.
But there are
I do like
hybrids.
Zetas, but there are great Zetas. It's just the Grays are no-no.
Yeah, the
Grays
Zeta
are
Reticuli are the issue. With the hybridization program, their agenda with that, like I said, specifically with the Zeta and the Draco, that hybridization program, most of them are very aware of what they stand for. Most of the actual human being isn't really human anymore. There are hybrid races all over the place, though. There are all kinds of hybrids.
Yeah.
Of all kinds of species because of this genetic splicing, but specifically with the DNA that has the coded frequency for the 6 strands, no, those that is an agenda to hybridize the human race.
And I will say at the end, I have God number 1 and Jesus in my heart, so nothing can sway me off my faith. I always say that. I can't believe it's the end of the show.
Already, wow.
I am so sorry about the meditation, and I'm sorry we didn't get to interact more. Sorry I cried. I am apologizing because I didn't mean to get emotional. I'm so proud of the trailer. That was a big surprise. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it. We hope to see you all in the tribe. I will be doing the private group. Unfortunately, we do have to use Facebook at this time just because of the updates and the things they've changed. It is the most conducive, just conducive to what it is we need for the tribe. So I hope that makes sense.
And I probably in the near future will be ditching my phone. So that's something I've been thinking about. And I'll probably use more of the computer because the technology's too much. You think of something and the algorithms think your thoughts.
Yeah.
They use the... And I'll go through the whole book. Book 2 will have all that stuff in there, how they do it, how it works, all that stuff. So.
And the method to my madness with the group, just so we're clear, is that we keep you in a confined space as a private VIP group with more communication than with Vimeo, only temporarily till we get you into a landing spot of a group where we don't have to use social media. That is coming down the pipeline, but I don't see it till spring. So I hope that makes sense.
Right.
All right.
All right. So that's all for our show.
Yes.
You guys want to see
holidays.
the trailer again for the end? Or
Yeah,
should
let's
I just
do the
end it
trailer. No,
normally?
let's do the trailer for the end. So with
I don't
that
know.
said-
I don't know if they want to see it.
Well, I think they do.
Let's see. Let's see if anyone says they want to see it.
I think they do. I think they're going to write they want to see the trailer. I want to see the trailer. This was the first
Okay.
time I saw it. So we'll play the trailer. Happy holidays. We love you all. Let's do the trailer. They're all saying it. All right. Here goes Walker's trailer for our next book saga for the Tribe of Eden.
Take great care, everyone.
We love you all. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.